Indirect and address functions. Hi, today we're going to be talking about indirect and address functions. Indirect. Indirect converts text into a valid cell reference, while address function creates a cell reference as text from rows and column number. So let's take a look on how we can use this in our Excel sheet. So let's work on the indirect function. Assuming I want to bring in everything in this space down to this place, from product name, category, units, quantity, reorder, and supply. I need to just start copying or something. But now with indirect function, it is extremely easy. So let's do it. Equals to indirect, then you put it in quotation, then what is the reference text? So our reference is D2 to G11, right? This is G11. So we want it to be from D2, everything from here down here. So that's what we want to bring, and we just press, we close our brackets, then press, and then voila. So everything in this place has been referenced down here using indirect. You can see how it is. So easily and without, you can easily see. So this is how indirect function. So you can see this is how indirect function. So if you want to use indirect next time, you'll be able to use indirect without actually having issues. So you can also do something like this. For example, I have a value name. Let's say, uh, let's say, uh, let's write something like this. Uh, let's say we have something like this, cell value, and we have a cell name. Let me just change the cell name and cell. So assuming I want to start changing it from here, right from here to getting the value, what I just need to do is come here and say equals to indirect. Then here I will just reference here, then close here. And anytime I come here and I say let's say D2, so it will go here and reference, and it will come here, this is B2, and reference it directly. So assuming I say assuming I say P A11, so it's going to go and find the value in A11. So let's do more and say A13. So let's say D5. So it's going to look for value in D5, then bring it here. So it's going to look for it and bring it here. So this is how you can work with indirect without any stress. So for address parts, right? So for address, how do you work on address? So address return the column and the row number. For example, let's say equals to address, right? So it's going to say what row numbers. Let's say row number is 5. So instead of coming down here, always represent everything with numbers. So you count everything. So let's assume we want to say 5 and we want to refer to uh, okay, we are coming here and we want to refer to this B, column number is going to be 2, right? Then other things are optional. So say, okay, so it's going to come here and say B5. That's address. So how do we now use this together with indirect? So come in here and say equals to indirect, right? And then you say address. And then you specify the row number. So let's specify same row number. So let's say 5. Then for the column, let's say 2. One thing that this one is going to return is going to look into what is in this address, and then it's going to return the value that is in there. So you can see indirectly it went down to this place. Look for the address. So you can see it looked for B and 5. So column B and 5 and return what is inside that. So that is how you can use uh, both indirect and address function. So these two will help you to locate and bring in what you want where you are going to. So it's more or less like a D a DPS in Excel. So I can actually say it is more or less like a GPS using indirect and address function is more or less like a GPS in Excel. So thank you for joining this section, and we'll continue with later and talk more of advanced way of using all these things. Thank you.